Kildare are All-Ireland under-20 football champions. They have beaten Sligo by a scoreline of 117 to 12 points. Kildare football very much on the rise, and what a huge result and victory this is for the under-20 footballers. An 8-point victory in the end. The scoreline probably makes the game sound a little bit more comfortable than what it was. I think it was a very comfortable win in the end for Kildare. I'm not too sure if 8 points suffice the way the game actually was. I think it was obviously the mistakes at the end by the Sligo goalkeeper, which very much sort of, swang the game to it being a close game, which was 1 or 2 points. And Kildare scored 1-1 off 2 kickouts in a row, which very much wrapped up the game. But look, they were the better side from start to finish, and fair play to Kildare. Look, this is their second under-20 All-Ireland in 6 years. Won one in 2018. They've now won one in 2023. And they were in the final last year as well. Like, Kildare are building. They're 110% building. And I've said it on numerous occasions before. I think Kildare winning a Leinster title at senior level is more than possible in the next 3 to 4 years. It's more than achievable, more than possible. And I think, if they can get these players into that team in the next couple of seasons, along with some of the players that they already have, and the likes of Jimmy Hoyland, Daniel Flynn, Dara Kirwan, Jack Robinson, who looks a very good player as well, I think it's more than achievable for Kildare. But look, they started stronger in this game. They hit the opening 4 points inside the opening 10 minutes, and Sligo just really struggled from their own kickouts. They really struggled. Kildare must have turned them over 5, 6, 7 times, possibly more in this game. And Kildare were just quicker, sharper, just a little bit more, I suppose, efficient in terms of their shooting. And they made much better work of the ball as well. And, maybe from a Sligo point of view, like, Sligo have had a lot of very tough games, having beaten Galway, Mayo, Roscommon and Kerry to get to this point. Kildare obviously beat Down last week, and I think Down were probably most people's picks to win the All-Ireland, including me. And whether the quality in Leinster is as good as other provinces right now, I'm not entirely sure. But you have to give Kildare credit. You have to give them the credit. Oisin O'Sullivan, I thought, had a very good game. Ryan Sinky, once again, another top-class performance from him. Adam Fanning getting on the score sheet with a couple of points. Harry O'Neill, very impressive. A lot of very good players in this Kildare side. Defensively, very strong as well. I think the full-back there was a Thomas von Eckelbrechten. Hopefully I said that name right. Forgive me if I got it wrong, but he looks like a very good player in as well in a fullback. Very strong player, and yeah, Kildare have got a lot of great options, a lot of good players in the side. They work the ball very well. I think the thing that impressed me as well in the second half is that when Sligo started to turn the screw, and a 6-point lead started to drift down to a 4-point lead, then all of a sudden it was 2 points going into the final 6-7 minutes. They didn't panic. They never panicked. And there wasn't much jitters from a Kildare perspective, and they got over the line in the end. They waited for the opportunities, they waited for the chances, and they capitalised. And obviously the substitute, Killian Brown, obviously getting 1-1 off 2 kickouts from the Sligo keeper. I mean, it's harsh, isn't it, on the Sligo goalkeeper? You don't want to say, obviously these are young lads, young players, and it's all a learning experience at the end of the day. We've all been there, in fairness. And obviously, yeah, it was 2 poor kickouts, like no getting away from it. But I think at the end of the day, like, this Sligo team owe nothing to nobody, to have come as far as they have, to have won back-to-back under-20 Connacht titles. I wouldn't put Sligo in the same bracket in terms of is winning a Connacht title at senior level in the next 4 or 5 years achievable. I don't know, because Sligo have more to contend with than what Kildare just really need to worry about Dublin, don't they? And Dublin, to be fair, have probably regressed ever so slightly, whereas with Mayo, Galway, Roscommon, they're always probably going to be thereabouts, and the age profile of those teams is very good as well. But look, Sligo are building. They definitely are building. Luke Marin looks like a very good footballer. The times he was getting, weaving in and around of players, taking his man on, attacking sort of his man, which I think is what we all want to see. 8 points from him. A lot of them were from place balls, but again, he looks like a very good player. Dylan Walsh at wing back, impressed with him as well. Thought he had a good game. But it is what it is. Like, Sligo probably just gave themselves too much to do after the opening 10 minutes. You go 3, 4, 5 points down, especially with the way under 20 football is at times, with the fact that Kildare were, almost every man inside their own half at times. They were making it very tough for Sligo. Sligo had to work really hard for their points, and Kildare were just picking them off on the counter attack and obviously pressing up on kickouts, which made it very difficult for Sligo to sort of gain any momentum in the game. But yeah, look, fair play to Kildare. Massive result for them. As I was saying there, like, that's 2 under-20 All-Ireland championships in the last 6 years. You're looking at players like Ryan Sinky, Oisin O'Sullivan, Killian Brown maybe as well. All players who could sort of make a crack at the senior team in the next couple of years. And, the age profile of Kildare is quite good as well, like the senior team I'm talking about. And with the under-20 lads in there as well, maybe some players from last year possibly making the breakthrough. It's looking quite good. The ceiling or the future is quite bright for Kildare. The future is bright, and I think now is, can they translate into senior level? Because that's been the problem for Kildare, for Meath, in the last sort of 15 years or so. Like, a lot of these sides have had good underage teams, had good under-20 sides, but haven't been able to translate it into the senior team. And that will be the big sort of task for Kildare, for Glenn Ryan, if he's still there next year and beyond that. That will be the task for them. Can they get the best out of what they have? Because they do have players in the county. They do have potential to go on and achieve something in the next couple of years. It's just a matter of if they can actually get the best out of what they have. And yeah, better team on the side from start to finish. And as I said, I think Kildare is in a good place. I think Sligo, as I said, they're definitely in a good place as well. Obviously Kildare are probably at a higher base right now than Sligo, so they've more to build off. But I think Sligo can be very happy. I mean, look, to be Galway, Mayo, Roscommon, and Kerry at any code is very, very impressive. And look, they'll be disappointed, obviously, to lose the final, and obviously, a few mistakes in the game. They didn't start the quickest. It took them a while, obviously, to get going in the game. But look, it's all a learning curve. Young lads at the end of the day, and you would expect a good bunch of them to hopefully make the step up into the senior team now in the next couple of years as well. So, yeah, cheers anyone who tuned in. Let me know your man of the match in the comments down below. I think Luke Maron was excellent for Sligo. Was he man of the match as per se? I'm not sure. Oisin O'Sullivan had a very, very good game as well, in fairness. So maybe we'll give it to him. Killian Brown, I suppose, came off the bench, but decisive goal and a point there towards the end. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below and your man of the match. So we'll see you all soon. Plenty more reactions and content coming out over the next few days. We'll be doing a live watch along tomorrow for the Armagh and Derry game. Very excited for that Ulster final, as well as plenty more. So yeah, subscribe if you could. Very close to 4K subscribers. So if you could, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, cheers anyone who tuned in. Speak to you all soon.